Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. Woo! I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
Cory, DLG.
And I'm excited for this segment.
Oh man, he doesn't even know what his name is. Before we get going, listen to us on Condos FM 104.5, 106.1.
Sister stations.
Worldwide at
IRLoneStar.com.
Don't forget, you can catch us at Facebook.com/Nerd Thug Radio.
Woo!
Like us, share us with your friends.
Please.
So we got into an interesting conversation today before we started the show.
This is true. This is true.
A little sidebar action. And somehow the internet site Reddit became a hot topic between the two of you gents over here.
You weren't in you didn't get in the conversation?
I mean, I don't really read it, and I was just
okay.
I was defending you.
It's probably for the better.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, it's true.
No, I don't know.
There are far worse websites to go waste your time on, but it's a pretty good time.
I know one of them starts with the P, ends with the B. But Cory, Reddit,
Nerd Thug Radio.
Yeah, of course. You've recently been trying to launch stuff on Reddit and have come to the conclusion that the internet's awful.
Well, no.
Negative.
No. So
it's not a mood, man.
It's not a mood. Yeah, no. So basically, over the next couple months, my goal is to transition to where I don't work regular work.
Right.
I don't care if I got like 10 side hustles. I want to be able to give as much free time as possible to Nerd Thug stuff. We're talking about making more movies, making TV, making this, making that, making all this other stuff. We need more time. Time is the one commodity we don't have enough of.
Time is the essence.
So I'm trying to free up time by investing in these other opportunities that'll then free me up more over time. So kind of every dollar I make, I'm dumping into something right now.
Right.
So one of the things I'm looking at is launching an internet radio, January 1st.
My birthday's January 5th. You should buy me something.
Yeah, I got a gift for you. I got an idea already.
So let me have some free time on your station.
I was going to do just a pair of clear heels so you can make that side money for yourself.
Ooh-wee.
You know what I'm saying, man? You can look good in stilettos.
I look good in anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. So anything and nothing at all.
Duct tape it'll do.
Whoa. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Hard moving on, yeah.
Edit that out, Colt.
Yeah, someone bleep the last 30 seconds of radio.
Sure,
but
go ahead.
So I go on Reddit, and basically what I was doing is just kind of doing the blanket first call. This is the very first call.
This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm
looking for podcasters and looking for music. Now, on the podcast side, I encountered pretty much zero resistance. I had one guy who said that basically anyone can start an internet radio station.
You're right.
So
anyone can.
Right. And so he was like, anyone can start an internet radio station. Content's all that matters. Why should people? Basically, my formula is going to be they're going to pay for the airtime.
Right.
But I'm going to organically help everybody grow by pairing all the groups together and stuff.
Typically what every internet radio
right.
station
And so I don't feel like I don't have to explain the business model. I don't feel bad about it. It's not a bad business model. We paid to start out on internet radio.
We did.
Back in the day on Money Green.
Hard.
That's why we had our first sponsors. Like this.
Hustle hard.
Airtime isn't free. Anything you hear on the radio, someone is paying for that to be where it's supposed to be.
Right.
So that being said, I'm going out and the podcasting people on the podcasting side, I'm not encountering any resistance. On the music side, there's all kinds of people who are telling me, oh, well, there's so much better deals out there. There's better deals.
Musicians.
Better deals. I said, okay, well.
Our divas.
Well, and I said, then do the better deal.
Right.
You don't have to come to this. But they're touting things that aren't really better deals either. It's free to put my music on Pandora and Spotify.
I also just love how everyone on the internet is an expert, which we've already debunked. There's no such thing.
Right.
On everything.
Right.
No matter what it is.
And so, I don't have a problem. If someone has a critique or a question, I will sit there and answer it. You know this about me. I don't have a problem addressing an issue.
I recorded a song on GarageBand. I know everything there is to know about music.
Okay, well, great. Then let's have the talk. So I sat there and I responded to every single criticism and every single comment. And eventually they ran out of gas. And now they're done. And I'm still on there saying, look, man, if people aren't interested, then they're interested. And if they're not, then they're not. If you don't like it, you can walk away.
Easy peasy.
Well, you had
yeah, okay, so Cory, I've been on Reddit for quite a while now.
Define quite a while.
A good 4 years.
Okay,
that's a long time. That's a long time.
That's quite a while.
Although I am a filthy
Not a long
lurker.
time. Quite a while.
Okay, so I think where your first misstep might have been,
was joining radio or joining internet at all, Cory.
Yeah,
was joining Reddit at all. But I think where you did it, I think you did it right good when you posted in the podcasting subreddit and you said, hey, I have this idea, this is what I might want to do, and then you can get some feedback. I think where you might have made a misstep is where you went on the subreddit that you did and you said, oh, I'm launching this right now, this is what I'm doing.
Well, see, I put the date on there too, January 1st.
Yeah. But since you didn't really have, I don't think if you didn't have that platform for, again, the mass of Reddit that would tend to pick things apart because it's
That's what
Reddit
Reddit
and there's
does.
multiple users, that you might have run into something. I think if you went in there with saying, hey, I have this idea, I would like some feedback, it would be really appreciated.
Right, but I don't want their feedback.
Oh, cool. Maybe not.
No, like that's the thing is I don't want their feedback because I already know
because
what
you're a god?
No, no, because I know what it's going to cost
either.
for me to want to do it. So, like, okay, if you watch an episode of Shark Tank, somebody walks in with a business and they pitch it to the investors, and the investors say that's a good idea or a bad idea, but let's say they like the idea. They know in their head how involved they need to be to make that work, and then they put a value on that. So my thinking for the internet radio is I know what the airtime has to be worth for me to want to participate. So I already know the value of my airtime. I know what it's going to cost me to do, and I know what I need to do to get it done. So then I say, if they don't want to pay this much money, then they're not the people for me. So I don't have to. There's going to be someone who's going to pay that fee because I'm not asking for $1 million.
Yeah.
I'm asking for $25.
I think, though, going back and trying to comment with the other commenters may not have been the best strategy either, because it's not about who the last person standing is. It's how you look at to other people reading it.
Right.
Because if you go back and you're talking, you're trying to really back your point up, but you look like a doofus online and your karma scores on your comments are like really low.
Right, but if you look, that's not the case. And
Yeah.
I don't get in. And that's the thing is, I've had other people. I get on these internet debates all the time, and Joey always teases me about it when we talk politics and stuff.
Very much so.
But
every day.
Debating on the internet is generally a really bad
It is,
idea.
but the comment that I get from everybody, and it happens a lot. It happens frequently. Is people come back to me and go, "Man, like you're really you're not a disrespectful person. You don't go personal on people. You don't go offensive on people. You don't."
I state the facts.
You stand by your facts, and you just simply have the conversation. And in all my posts, I simply say at some point in all of them, again, if this isn't the business model you want to pursue, don't do it.
Absolutely. That is one thing you are really good at. You are professional and you are polite and you don't talk down
Don't
to
get his
people.
head real big.
That's
He
right.
is not professional at
That's
all.
right.
Well,
I'm
looking at your
100%.
post history, you certainly aren't professional.
Thank you.
But
Thank
I mean, you do a lot better, and you are very likely not going to end up cross-posted on subreddit drama or something where
No.
they're like, this guy didn't take it very well, and he's
No.
lashing out at people.
Well, and it's like one person. So like a lot of these people's replies, and this is the thing with the internet that just drives me crazy in general. Is a lot of these people's replies is they feel like without any sort of backing, they can just say something. So like one guy just simply said "scam" in all caps.
That was
Scam.
Scam. Lawyer.
So okay, all right, well, great. So my reply to that was, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I disagree, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. So then what did that guy do? He posted questions.
yeah.
So then he and I had a conversation. You see how easy it would have been for him to initially just say, hey, this is why I don't know if this is going to work out for you.
Right.
But instead he wanted to come hard internet at me and be scam.
I just don't understand why people feel the need to try to criticize and pick apart your idea. It's like, hey, look, this is my idea. If you want to be involved, go ahead. I'm not asking for your opinion. I'm not asking you if this is going to work. I could care less what you think.
You're vastly overestimating the cynicism of this
That's
website.
what I'm saying.
Well,
Like,
no,
that's what I don't like. That's why I don't Reddit.
And
That's
that's-
why I don't get in debates on Facebook.
Right.
That's why I use it mainly to promote Nerd Thug Radio, and look at hot girls.
Right.
That's it. That's all I use the internet for.
And so
wrestling news.
and so like I didn't feel bad telling people like you're kind of so like one person basically they started their whole comment with just F-bombing me.
Right.
They were like, oh, just F you. And then they said a bunch of stuff. So my reply to that was, man, I love the internet. My reply to that was, man, I love the internet.
Internet's not a mood,
Great.
Cory.
Yeah, great questions, terrible attitude. I then answer the questions and then tell him his reply to that, somewhere in his reply is essentially, oh, well, if I seem arrogant or cocky. And I said, no, you don't seem arrogant or cocky. It's just rude when you start off with an
Right,
F-bomb. Like, I'm more than happy to answer every one of your questions.
Right.
But don't start off effing me and then saying, this is why you're so terrible.
Right. You don't even know me, bro.
Right. You have
Come
no
at me.
idea. And so, like, and I'm not trying to be on there and brag, but like I tell them, like, look, I've got a podcast. I've gone through these processes.
Yeah.
I understand.
I've got some
Music.
history.
Apple Music doesn't help you at all.
Nope.
They don't give you any information. Meanwhile, if you pay me $25 a month, I'm going to work with you to grow you.
Oh man, some of your comments are in the negatives, dude.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Yeah, like the little thread where the dude says like kindly off.
Yeah.
Yeah, your comments are not being treated kindly by
That's all right.
voters.
Cory doesn't care.
No.
Like when it comes, let's just.
And I'm
say-
not ashamed, like, either. Like, so some of the people on there, I discovered Reddit because I read an article online where this guy, I'm like, it was like a cool, like, Rolling Stone type article.
Okay.
Where this guy interviews a girl who kind of started the women of Reddit craze.
Okay.
And there's women on Reddit who pose nude and all
Penny
that.
Lane?
Just
kidding.
I don't know.
She's from Almost Famous.
Oh, okay. No, so anyway, read the
Yeah,
article and I was like, wait, so Reddit has a whole forum of just
Yeah, they have everything.
girls who just post photos of themselves. So I went on there and yeah, it is. It's just so a couple of those people I made comments on. So like when I posted this, some of these guys went through my history. And they're like, oh, well, I can see where you made comments on nude photos.
So?
That's what I said. I said, okay.
Cool.
And they were like, well, and someone I think makes the comment about how I should have used a different username. And it was
Why?
like,
He's absolutely correct.
see, here's my issue with that.
You just get into trouble when you start using those usernames to boost up your content and to put down other people's content.
But I don't-
No joke, that's how literally one of the biggest Redditors of all time got banned and had this fall from grace.
Because he used fake usernames?
Yeah, he had like 6 alternate accounts.
So does that seem like a good idea or a bad idea?
Oh,
It seems
that's
like a terrible idea.
That's a terrible idea,
Right.
and it violates
It
the
first of all,
core
probably-
rules of Reddit.
Right. So here's my thing about the internet, and this is just in general. My rule, one of my rules on life is that secrets burn down the village.
Correct.
Secrets are always going to be the undoing of whatever it is you're striving to do in life. So if you're going to sit here and try and act like, oh, well, I've never done it. All these people dealing with all these issues right now in the media, Harvey Weinstein, Louis C.K., all these other people, it's because they built an empire on sand.
Right.
They started off totally false and misleading. So these people,
Bada boom.
a couple people
Bada
tried to
bada
embarrass me.
Okay, so yeah,
And my reply to that is,
Go
I know we're
ahead.
getting out of here. My reply to that is, I mean, I'm not Rodney Mexico Danger or whatever that guy's name was,
Yeah.
the
Rodney
senator.
Dangerfield?
No, the senator who used Ron Danger, I think was his
Yeah.
fake Twitter account so he could send photos of his junk to the world. Like, that's not me. Sorry, I'm going to be who I am
That's right.
unapologetically.
That's who we are.
At the
in
same
Nerd
time,
Radio.
looking at the comments that I'm reading and can't be repeated on radio,
No, some of them are graphic.
it's definitely not the kind of content that people can easily access and then trace back to you when you're also trying to pitch your business venture.
But at the same time, the rules of the world are really be true to yourself.
It is. Let's be true to ourselves. Take a break. We come back. I got some more nerd media news.
Ooh, let's do it.
Star Wars related.
Uh-oh.
Might excite Cory DLG. Stay with us.